It was one of those days when the air felt thick, heavy with unspoken emotions. Marcus sat on a cold steel bench outside the hospital, rain softly tapping on the roof above him. He looked down at his phone, his sister's message glowing on the screen. "Mom needs you here. Now." He closed his eyes, letting out a deep breath. It wasn't that he didn't want to be there. It was just that he was in the middle of the biggest presentation of his career, one he had worked toward for years. Marcus was up for a promotion, a life-changing one. Success was within reach, and everyone knew he'd earned it. He had sacrificed countless nights, weekends, and even missed birthdays to get this far. Yet as he read the text again, he felt a tug. His mom was in the hospital, and he knew that her condition had worsened recently, but he'd been telling himself she'd pull through, just as she always did. He stood, hands trembling slightly as he felt the weight of the decision pressed down on him. A mentor had once told him, "Sometimes the hardest choices are the ones that define who we are." Marcus had shrugged it off then, but now those words echoed back, each one hitting harder than the last. Rain began to pour more heavily, blurring the world around him. And in that moment, he remembered a story his mom used to tell him as a kid. She'd once been offered a scholarship to study abroad, a rare opportunity in their small town. But when her father fell ill, she gave it up without hesitation to stay and care for him. Marcus had always admired her for that, but he never understood the depth of her sacrifice until now. The hospital door slid open, and Marcus saw his sister standing there, her face tired, a slight smile flickering through the exhaustion. He didn't need to say anything, she just nodded and hugged him. As he entered his mother's room, the beeping of the machines seemed louder than ever. His mom's face was paler, weaker, yet she managed a small smile. "You didn't have to come," she whispered, squeezing his hand. Marcus knelt by her bedside, tears finally slipping down his face. "Yes, I did, Mom. I had to." They spent hours talking, sharing stories, and laughing between quiet moments. He felt a calmness settle in him, realizing that this, right here, was worth everything. Later that night, after she had fallen asleep, he texted his boss, letting him know he wouldn't be making the presentation. To his surprise, his boss responded immediately, "Family first, Marcus. You've worked hard and it hasn't gone unnoticed. The promotion is yours. We'll figure out the rest when you get back." Relief and gratitude flooded through him as he put his phone away, sitting back and watching his mom sleep peacefully. In that quiet moment, he realized that true success wasn't just in the big titles or achievements, but in the choices that brought him closer to the ones he loved. Marcus stayed by her side, holding her hand. He was grateful for the decision he'd made, and for once felt like he'd truly made the right one. The promotion was just a bonus. The real reward was a memory he would carry with him forever.